For whatever reason, it seems like some people still don't believe that Microsoft is headed in the right direction. I mean, Phil Spencer can win like Executive of the Year. None of that stuff really matters. It's one of those things that it's easy to see it happening, but it's harder to understand why it's happening, because Microsoft and Phil Spencer in particular have done a lot of things to make Xbox much more acceptable and much better for the fans. And I just think that it's one of those things that a lot of people are gonna probably not like to hear, especially if you're a Sony fan, because it makes the Xbox look good. But at the end of the day, I mean, the truth is the truth. And Microsoft and Phil Spencer have a goal and an idea in mind, and I think that's very admirable. And a lot of people aren't really okay with that for whatever reason. They just want Microsoft to fail. So Microsoft was doing a lot of promoting, and obviously Phil Spencer, like I said, won like the Person of the Year in the gaming industry or whatever, and that had a lot of salty people. And he was talking in an interview about some of the stuff that he was going. Obviously, he's talking about the investment that Microsoft has made in the studios to bring the content to Xbox fans and things like that. They're not opportunistic moves. They're looking to add new IP and strategic IP to Game Pass, and he says our goal with Game Pass is to deliver a curated catalog of titles across many different genres, so there's always something new to play. And he also hints about new studio acquisitions in there as well, so it does sound like we're going to be getting that as well. He says it's been awesome to watch the impact that Game Pass has had on both players and developers. Xbox Game Pass members play 40% more games than they did before they joined. They discover new genres, new franchises, new storylines, games they would not have played. Games get 6 times the number of monthly players after entering Game Pass, and the service is helping create and sustain player communities for multiplayer titles and single-player games, which make up nearly half of the played games on the service. And he just goes on to talk about how they're aiming to really grow gaming and to offer the exclusives that people want. So everybody just assumes, even though they bought all these new studios, right? And he's hinting about and talking about possibly buying more, and people act like they're not doing that. They're not going to be making games or whatever. And then it's funny because when you bring up the streaming service, right? People were all against that. And then all of a sudden Sony is going to do it. Now it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. So you can see how there is a bit of a discord there when it comes to what people are able to do and what you're not. You're not able to do anything if you're Microsoft. Now, if you are, if you're Sony, you can get away with doing whatever you want, apparently. But if you're Microsoft, you can't really do much of anything, and that's a little bit unfortunate. So would really, really be interesting to see how this works out. But I do love Phil's enthusiasm and the fact that he's talking more exclusives. And I think that we're going to be very happy with this. I'm going to link this article. You guys can check it out. Let me know what you guys think, because I think it's pretty awesome. Would love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on this. If you want to hit me up on Twitter at @_Crapgamer or Xbox Live MOH Crapgamer. And if you would be so kind, subscribe, share, like, hit the bell so you're notified of all the content. I would appreciate that as well. Thank you guys very much. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.